Hello, every pony, and welcome back to Fade to Fridays, where we see to check out all the favorites that are out pony related. Why? Because it's not easy being green. It's easier to be every other color of the rainbow, but it's not easy being green. Ah, I'm feeling a Vox MAchina mood today. Who's with me? So please stay by as we here at the Sweetberry Memorial Library are proud to present Sidelines by Gerald Tyson. Enjoy. Sidelines by Gerald Tyson. Chapter 1. No chapter. Come on. The invitation didn't say anything about spectators, but the scenes were there when he arrived. Penned in an unfamiliar hand by someone using the alias Matilda Mercuria, obviously not the famed author, the nine immediately reasoned, because why would she, of all people, arrange that just for fun deathmatch in the middle of the Marquesian desert? Otherwise, he had no clue to Sender's identity. Artigan had no answers for them, as per usual, and even when Caduceus set up a quick inquiry to the Wild Mother, he was met with a sort of amused confusion. No real concern, was he happily communicated to the nine. And so, it was with various levels of wariness and excitement that the nine teleported to the arena, speculating about who or what exactly they were about to face. It has to be somebody we pissed off, right? Do you think those bandits finally got their shit together and they're gonna try to take us down? Bud was noticeably the most excited to be there, wrapping her fists in teeth as he spoke. She and Caleb had been deep in paperwork this week, documenting Trent's many abuses of power and people. And she often lamented to Caleb how much she missed punching her problems. She was looking forward to this. Ugh. Well, Mother didn't seem to think it was anyone who seriously meant us harm, but we've got a lot of enemies over the years. Caduceus mused as he dug through his haversack, already producing various tea blends and biscuits to snack on. Yeah, just the dragon after that, so remember you guys? And the dragon turtle, and the Tikan lady, and Ukata, and... Jesse, I think most of the folks are after you, not necessarily all of us. The half-orc tapped his chest as he spoke. Chandral's advice unfurled from the center of his armor. He scanned the environment, ever the captain searching for threats to his crew. Oh, thank God everybody on the Mighty Nine have different languages, so this way I can actually practice my different accents. The answer came from a tree. Upon reflection, it had obviously not been in the middle of the desert arena. But it was there, albeit dead, and produced a pack of absolute strangers. Produced a gesture and let out simultaneous ooze as the tree split in the center to reveal children. Children, and then to the nine's great relief, an assortment of what seemed to be half-elves, gnomes, a human, and a man who rivaled Yasa in height and girth. The children were quickly followed by the dark-haired, half-elven woman who was juggling a stack of papers, as she called out to them, Vespa, darling, please go and catch your sister before she impales herself on something, will you? Grog, can you scoop up the others? The giant man followed behind a woman and a white-haired human who was fiddling with what looked like a gun of all things. He quickly outpaced the children and picked them up, each by the ankles. All right, kiddos. Let's go get ready to watch a dad fight, yeah? Don't know why your Uncle Grog wasn't picked, but that's Matty Mercer's loss, huh? He strutted over to the sideline, saying, children crawling all over him as he went. Because I really think it would have been hard for even Bo to take on Grog. That's why. Besides, I don't think Travis wanted to play both. The gnomes were next to riders from the tree, holding hands and talking quietly. Theft could never explain why, but when asked afterward, she saw the purple one, and it was hatred at first sight. Finally, a red-haired half-elf, the mirror image of the dark-haired woman appeared. The latter in a feathered cloak that softly billowed around a man in a non-existent wind. Behind him, Caleb heard Essex scoff quietly. The drow had a parasol, courtesy of Jester, was appraising the dark-haired man so mentally. What in a stasis cloak? I cannot imagine why one would wear such a thing, and in this heat, no less. Essek, if anybody's gonna be real, if there's gonna be any elves holding a umbrella in this little storyline, it'll be the guy in the other campaign. You got it? No, Taco, out! Caleb, having spotted the man's brooch that represented the Raven Queen, smiled to himself as he opened his wrist pocket and removed wine for those not competing. But yes, why would everyone wear a large, imposing, dark-colored garment and signify their position? Mysteries upon mysteries. The chip set the drow's ears reddened, and he floated a few inches higher if he could unpiece his bloods. Caleb Wildegas, you will be the death of me. Caleb smoothly smiled at the man and entwined their hands, pointing to his seat and calling for Feth over his shoulder. On her way to the fight, Caleb summoned her courage to put on her best, the voice of the Tempest is not afraid of public speaking face, and turned to the other redhead beside her on the seats. Hi, I'm Caleb. You're here with your floating purple boy, right? That's my feather flying boy out there. She pointed to the dark-haired man in the cloak, who was indeed in the middle of a dive as he moved to strike bow, only somewhat secretly. Caleb held her fist out to the human, saying, Redhead solidarity, right? Blinking wide-eyed, the man quickly looked from her fist to her face. Right before she lost her nerve and returned her hand, the fist darted out to bump hers. My name is Caleb Wildegas. That's the names of the things. He said with a smile, looking her in the eye. Yeah, totally. It's nice to meet you, Caleb Wildegas. So giddily, he turned back to the dark-haired woman by her side, while examining a ledger and pulled on her sleeve. Vex, did you hear that? I made a friend. I know. My Caleb sounds so much like Fluttershy. Can't help it. Druids. Congratulations, darling. You're doing wonderfully. The woman, Vex, fast a dazzling smile at her redhead, who blushed. Oh my goodness, Vex, I nearly forgot to tell you, my mom's back! The papers are not scared as Vex flung her arms around the woman. Darling, that's incredible! But how? You told us she was dead. Now, something went wrong in her trial. Oh, it did. But she got sucked through this portal in the plane of wire and ended up on an island for a couple of decades. It never came back because some monster stealing people's memories there. So she didn't even remember us to try and get back, you know? But one day she just showed up with Allura talking about these adventurers who killed the monster and started a vacation resort on the island. It actually sounds pretty nice when everyone there isn't mind control. Anyways, she came back and... Five behind the women, Veth and Caduceus paused in the middle sipping their tea. The Fearblog quickly became a bit of a playground for the half-elven children, and currently had two combing through his hair to make breeds of fighting beetles, the older two watching their father fight and shout out encouragements. Veth said first, Do you think we should tell them? Caduceus hummed and stirred his tea with one of Yasser's bug biscuits. Nah. I don't see a reason to. We got a good thing here, and we knew it then. Now we get to see someone else benefit from that good thing. That's quite a gift. Yes, but monetary gifts are also pretty nice. Vix has been going through diapers like crazy, and that stuff's not cheap. I swear that baby's made of mostly poop. Caduceus chuckled. Yeah, I remember that stage of my siblings. We didn't really use diapers, though. It's all just fertilizer in the end. Caduceus, I absolutely did not need to know that! The Fearblock simply shrugged as Veth continued. Anyways, thank the gods for all Edith. Not sure how old she is, actually, but she can still keep up with Luke, so Yasa and I don't need to question. Pay attention now. I told Luke I would reenact it for him when he got back. Meanwhile, Yasa and Grog were comparing scars. It took the Goliath a few minutes to pick his jaw up from the ground. For as many brothels as he frequented over the years, he never saw a woman outside his former heart who rivaled him in size. However, even he couldn't miss the heated kiss that she and the slim feisty one shared before the latter sprinted into the battlefield. Who still wants to see a fight between Grog and Yasha? Anyone? So he was content to swap stories about himself and the rest of Vox MAchina. Right. So the little ones are Pike, my bestest friend, and Scanlan, my second bestest friend. My head fellows Percy, Freddy, Von, Muscle, Koala, Derolo.
gave me a talking sword once that sucked out my soul, and the sad one in the fancy cloak is Vex. We're bare rivals. His sister over there is Vex. She's the smartest person I know. And that's Kiki with all the leads and stuff. She can turn to rocks and shit. It's pretty cool.
He also took the information in stride, eyes lingering on Pike, Vex, and finally Keyleth, as the droid was named, eyes widening and appreciating of her leaf mantle and flower crown. Oh, well, I guess it's my turn. I'm Yasha. Bo, Jester, and Ford and Molly are out there fighting. Jester's the blue one. You should choose to meet when they're done. Bet she could probably pick you up. Do you want to try anyway? And then Caleb and Essek. She gestured to the wizards who were now quite deep in their cups, paying more attention to each other than they were to the fight in front of them. And over there is Veth the Caduceus. Veth once had a dagger that tried to kill her once. You two should talk about that.
Oh, she likes daggers? Vex has a whole bunch. He's always talking about 'em. One time he...
Pulling back from the sideline seats, away from the barren desert wasteland and ascending heavenward, we come upon another audience among the stars. A woman with a soft smile and sparkling blue sea eyes, next to a stately woman with a third eye peering out from her forehead. A brawny, bare-chested man laughing heartily, something whispered behind a woman's white porcelain mask, feathers falling from her fingers. Another entity with no face, this light emanating from where his head would be, to another figure whose skin sparkled like the stars surrounding them. A redhead in a green cloak, notably keeping distance from the other spectators. Finally, also seen separately, almost unnoticed by the rest, sat a man in a deep brown cloak, hooded up and hunched over a large tome in which he wrote perfectly, in time to the beat of the universe. You know, this could actually fit into the side battle that we had. No one would notice. I mean, all their memories got wiped in the end anyway, so... By the way, all you fans who watched that fight between Vox MAchina and the Mighty Nine, I hope you all learned an important lesson. If you find out that in PvP, the opposing player has a monk, end him! Paralyze that monk! Freeze him! Do something! Anything! To stop that monk before they get started, because once you do, they will never find your body. This little side story's cute. I got nothing more. Sometimes, it's just nice to have somebody base something off of stuff like this. One down, that's just where to go.